Hey Chase, I'm back again. So now that you're comfortable with moving around inside of the TinkerCAD workspace, what I'm going to do is show you how we can add and modify some of the objects that are already in there. Let's go ahead and get started. So over here on the right hand side, I have my basic shapes. I've got some text, symbols, connectors, and extras. We're not going to get into this yet here. We'll just focus on these basic ones. So we'll take a look at some basic shapes. And I've got a box, cylinder, pyramid, roof. I got some text, sphere, so I can have all of these objects that are here. And we're just going to simply take let's take the box. We're just going to drag that and drop that on our workspace. And what we can do here is we have a lot of different options to modify this box once we put it in there. This hole, don't worry about this yet. We'll get into that in a future lesson. What I have is I have the radius of my box, so I can see here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you can see this. So my radius, you can see that it turns it from my box into kind of more of a rounded box, ultimately turning that box into a sphere or a circle if I want to. Steps, no idea what that's doing right here. You can see the length of my box, the width of my box, and the height of my box. Now what I can also do here is once I get this done, I can click back in my workspace. Anytime I click on that rectangle, this will pop back up here. What I can also do is when I'm moving around, when I click on my object, I'm going to hide this for right now if I want that. Oops. What I can simply do is I can free transform this. So I can see right now the exact size of my box. If I click, I can drag that out as well. So that allows me to drag that side. That allows me just to drag that side. That corner allows me to drag them both. As I work my way around here, I can also make this taller, deeper. I can also see that I can rotate this block around. I can rotate it around my workspace here, and I can see that I can rotate it in that direction. So I have complete three-dimensional control over this object. I can see underneath it, I can see on top of it. That middle button allows me to move it around. And what I also have here is I have this little cone or this arrow on the top. And what that does is that allows me to actually move this box off of the workspace. So I have this little shadow, so now I can see underneath it. So let's say I wanted to add something else to this. Let's go rounded roof. And I add that rounded roof right now. I can actually see that that rounded roof is underneath my box. So I can make this bigger. I have all of those same options. I can rotate around. And also what I can do is I can move that object. And you can see part of those two things are being intersected. So I can actually put multiple things together on my same object. I can add some text on here. And if I wanted to add your name to it, I could make that. I'm going to go ahead and just delete some of these other objects here. And I can see that your name is now three-dimensional. When I select it, I can change some things here. I can also free transform that as well by simply clicking on that, making that bigger. If I wanted to make it taller or shorter, I can make this so it's actually off of that work plane as well. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you right now. I would say just play around with some of these basic shapes for now. Get a feel for not only dragging them on, but also modifying. Hopefully you enjoyed this little lesson in TinkerCAD. Let me know when you're ready for the next one. I'll go ahead and get that one started.